Established as a mandate of Republic Act 10410 or the Early Years Act of 2013, the Early Childhood Care and Development Council supports the government's integrated and sustainable programs for children ages 0 to 4 years. The ECCD Council is working with the member agencies of its governing board, the Department of Education, or DepEd, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Health, National Nutrition Council, and the Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines, and a private individual ECCD partner, in order to achieve its ultimate goal of a fully functional national ECCD system, guided by their vision. It is the ECCD Council's mission to contribute to nation building by ensuring that all Filipino children aged 0 to 4 are provided with developmentally appropriate experiences to address their holistic needs. The centerpiece of ECCD Council's efforts is the National Child Development Center, a child-friendly facility that serves as the children's first school, serving the communities where they are located. The NCDC offers programs for children and their parents. It also functions as a convergence point for community efforts concerning child development to make education programs truly effective. The ECCD Council has developed a systematized framework and curriculum for early learning and development. Outlined in the curriculum's learning resource packages are the different programs and activities that strengthen and nurture the different domains of development of the child. Implementing these are the ECCD service providers who have gone through the ECCD Council's Human Resource Development programs, designed to train service providers with the suitable knowledge, skills, and values that are necessary in early childhood education. The programs also keep them updated on the latest policies, global trends, and innovations in early childhood care and development. The ECCD Council also continues to advocate for early childhood care and development with advocacy and social mobilization activities that generate awareness, interest, and understanding for the importance of nurturing young children through developmentally appropriate experiences. The Early Childhood Care and Development Council is the country's partner for our children's brighter future. It takes a village to raise a child, and when everyone is involved in their care and development, possibilities can become realities, and the child's full potential can be fulfilled.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carl Jeffrey Sabalza, and I'm one of your hosts for today. And joining me is...
Hi, I'm Jolly Yao. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Sir Carl.
Morning.
Today, we are celebrating the National Children's Month. But before we proceed with our program, please join us in singing our national anthem, followed by a short moment of reflection.
Again, good morning to all our viewers joining us here on the ECCD Council's official Facebook page. Ayan, shout out po to all our child development workers and teachers, to all the local social welfare and development officers from the different local government units, together with their ECCD focal persons. On behalf of the ECCD Council, we would like to wish everyone Happy National Children's Month.
We have a lot in store for you. And not just the ECCD Council, but so do other agencies and organizations. Ayan, Carl, parami na ng parami ang mga bumabati sa atin from the different parts of the country and of the whole world.
Wow.
So keep your comments coming. Don't worry. An ECCD Council officer is monitoring your comments, and we greatly appreciate your participation. So, Carl, what do we have in store for all our ECCD stakeholders this month?
Yes, since it's November again, and we both know that it's one of the most important months for the children, because this year we're celebrating the 31st National Children's Month. This year's theme is Healthy, Nourished, Sheltered, ensuring the right to life for all, which focuses on the health and nutrition practices of children and families that affect their growth, learning, and development. And in line with that, the Council has prepared the 2023 Early Years Fair with the theme Building Pathways of Healthy Foundations for Every Filipino Child and Family.
Oh wow, all that is getting me excited for what we have planned for all of you. We all know how much the health and nutrition of very young children have an impact on how they learn, play, and grow. So the Council always advocates for addressing the needs of children holistically, that in order to properly address children's early education, proper health and nutrition must always be provided.
Yes, tama yan, Jolly. So now, to formally begin the 2023 Early Years Fair launch, let us watch this message from the ECCD Council's Vice Chairperson and Executive Director, Dr. Teresita G. Insyong.
To our esteemed policymakers, service providers, local government units, communities, families, and parents, ECCD stakeholders, ladies and gentlemen, I extend once again a warm and inclusive welcome to this very important event. The 2023 Early Years Fair with the theme, Building Pathways of Healthy Foundation for Every Filipino Child and Family. Your collective support exemplifies the strength and the unity of a community dedicated to the early childhood care and development. It is through your diverse and pivotal roles that we endeavor to build a solid foundation for the future of every Filipino child. As we convene to exchange ideas, insights, and experiences, may we harness the power of collaboration to ensure a brighter and healthier start for our nation's youngest generations. Together, we share the responsibility and opportunity to make a profound difference in the lives of our children and families. The early years of a child's life play a pivotal role in shaping their future, and this fair is an incredible platform to promote awareness and understanding of the critical issues surrounding early childhood development. By focusing on building a healthy foundation for every Filipino child and their families, the ECCD Council is taking a significant step towards ensuring a brighter future for our nation. Binibigyang diin ang temang ito ang mahalagang papel ng edukasyon, pangangalaga sa kalusugan at mga sistema ng suporta sa pagpapaunlad ng batang Pilipino. Kailangan nating maunawaan na ang pagbibigay halaga sa mga unang taon ng buhay ay maaaring magdulot ng pangmatagalang benepisyo para sa mga individual at para sa lipunan bilang kabuuan. Sa mga yugtong ito, may pagkakataon tayo na magturo ng kagandahang asal, magbigay ng mahalagang kasanayan at itaguyod ang pangkalatang pag-unlad. I am confident that the 2023 Early Years Fair will serve as a catalyst for positive change and empower families, educators, and policymakers with the knowledge and resources needed to create a nurturing environment for our youngest citizens. The exchange of ideas, the dissemination of best practices, and the collaboration that will take place during the fair will contribute significantly to this mission. Aming inimbitahan ang lahat na makilahok at simulan ang adhikaing ito tungo sa pagbuo ng mas malusog na pundasyon para sa mga batang Pilipino at kanilang mga pamilya. Magtulungan tayo upang lumikha ng lipunan kung saan may pagkakataon ang bawat bata sa dekalidad na edukasyon at pangangalaga sa kalusugan ng kanilang mga unang taon, kung saan ang pamilya ay may suporta at kung saan ang potensyal ng bawat Pilipino ay tuluyang magpapaunlad. I would like to extend my appreciation to our champions in the Congress from both Senate and the House of Representatives, also to our advocates in the local government units, to our untiring and very supportive civil society partners, and to all our ECCD duty bearers and stakeholders for their dedication to the cause, and commend the efforts of those involved in making this fair a reality. Your commitment to improving the lives of Filipino children and families is truly commendable. Inaasahan naming magtatagumpay ang 2023 Early Years Fair at makakamit nito ang minimiti nating atensyon at pagbibigay ng kaukulang importansya sa mga proyekto natin sa edukasyon, kalusugan at nutrisyon. Magkaisa tayo sa adhikaing ito at patuloy nating isulong ang mas magandang hinaharap para sa lahat ng mga batang Pilipino. Sama-sama po nating siguruhin na bawat batang Pilipino ay batang may bukas.
Thank you, Dr. Insyong, for your beautiful message highlighting children's early education in the light of their health and nutrition. Indeed, as Dr. Insyong mentioned, collaboration is the key. We can only effectively address this with the help of our local government units, our ECCD stakeholders, and of course, our families.
Yes, I definitely agree. And that's a very wonderful words of encouragement coming from our Executive Director. And now, let us watch messages of support from other ECCD stakeholders, from the different government officials, ECCD Council member agencies, and other national government agencies who have expressed their support for this year's fair.
Assalamualaikum. Madayaw ug maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. I offer my warmest greetings and wholehearted support to the Early Childhood Care and Development Council as you come together to launch the 2023 Early Years Fair in celebration of National Children's Month this November. The theme of the 2023 Early Years Fair, Healthy, Nourished, Sheltered, Ensuring the right to life for all, aligns with our shared goal of providing every Filipino child with a chance to grow and flourish in a caring and supportive setting. It highlights our commitment to ensuring every child has access to quality healthcare, proper nutrition, and a holistic early education to help them reach their full potential. As an ally of the Early Childhood Care and Development Council, the Department of Education remains dedicated to supporting the overall welfare and growth of every young Filipino. The fair focuses on comprehensive early education and the empowerment of families to nurture their children's development, making it an important platform for knowledge sharing and advocacy. This event will inspire us all to work tirelessly towards nurturing our country's youngest citizens and creating a brighter and more prosperous future for our nation. Mga kababayan, patuloy tayo maging matatag sa pagtaguyod ng isang bansang makabata at mga batang makabansa. Ang lahat para sa Diyos, sa bayan at sa pamilyang Pilipino. Syukran.
Officials and staff of the Early Childhood Care and Development Council, led by Executive Director and Vice Chairperson Dr. Teresita Insyong, representatives from the agency, members of the ECCD Governing Board, other distinguished guests, isang makabatang araw sa lahat. First of all, I am pleased to greet you a happy National Children's Month. As one of the council members of the ECCD, the Department of Social Welfare and Development expresses its full support to the conduct of the 2023 Early Years Fair, building pathways of healthy foundations for every Filipino child and family. This activity is significant to promote the rights and welfare of Filipino children, most especially their access to quality healthcare and nutrition. It also enjoins all stakeholders to continue to improve and develop more programs and services on health, nutrition, social protection, and preschool education for the holistic development of young Filipino children, especially in their early years of life. Rest assured that we in the DSWD will continue to support the Council and the implementation of Republic Act 10410 or the Early Years Act of 2013 by providing technical assistance to ensure that child development centers and child development workers are operating within the standards set by the DSWD. Once again, congratulations to the ECCD, and we look forward to more partnerships with you to the best interest of the Filipino children.
Mabuhay and good day to all. In behalf of the National Nutrition Council, I am pleased to be part of the launch of the 2023 Early Years Fair, building pathways of healthy foundations for every Filipino child and family. This year's National Children's Month theme, Healthy, Nourished, Sheltered, Ensuring the Right to Life for All, highlights the right of children to health, nutrition, and shelter, among others. Thus, I congratulate the Early Childhood Care and Development Council for spearheading this event to raise awareness on the importance of the early years in achieving the full potential of every Filipino. For it is the early years, particularly the first 1,000 days of life, that shapes the foundation of a person. Complemented with interventions of ECCD, nutrition is one of the most critical components in the first 1,000 days of life, from day 1 of pregnancy up to 2 years of the child's life. When all ECCD interventions are provided to the child, we provide the child to develop his or her full potential. However, there are still many children who do not benefit from ECCD services. In fact, 26% of children under 5 years old are short for their age. Aside from reduced potential, their brain development, which affects mental and emotional development, is also hampered. Thus, I encourage everyone to invest in nutrition and ECCD in the early years, especially the first 1,000 days of life. Nourishing the child in the early years entails ensuring that pregnant women are well nourished. Babies are exclusively breastfed in the first 6 months and given appropriate complementary feeding starting at 6 months with continued breastfeeding. The Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition, or PPAN, 2023 to 2028 provides directions for nourishing Filipino children to prevent stunting, wasting, micronutrient deficiencies, and overweight and obesity. These are the key nutritional challenges that Filipino children are faced with. The implementation of the PPAN requires that all of us work together to ensure that ECCD services, including nutrition, are delivered and received by all children. In doing so, we are building a strong foundation for healthier Filipinos. Rest assured that the National Nutrition Council Secretariat will continue to support ECCD's advocacies in accomplishing our shared commitment in ensuring proper health and nutrition for all Filipino children. In closing, I hope that this year's Children's Month theme, Healthy, Nourished, Sheltered, Ensuring the Right to Life for All, will resonate beyond 2023 to achieve our battle cry of Nutrisyong Sapat para sa lahat. Daghang salamat at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Isang makabatang araw sa ating lahat. Ako po si Dax Kua, isang ama, gobernador po ng lalawigan ng Quirino at Pangulo ng Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines o ULAP. Nakikiisa kami sa buong ECCD or Early Childhood Care Development Council at sa lahat ng nagsusulong ng isang bansang may paglingap sa bawat batang Pilipino para sa matagumpay na pagdiriwang ng National Children's Month ngayong Nobyembre. In line with the Philippines' commitment to the United Nations on the Rights of the Child or UNCRC, ang inyo pong ULAP or Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines ay tumatayo on the rights of every Filipino child to health, wellness, and care. ULAP is honored to be part of the ECCD Council Governing Board as the official representative of local government units in the Philippines. We have all been deeply concerned by a World Bank report indicating that 9 out of 10 Filipino children cannot read age-appropriate materials. Another report revealed that the Philippines ranks 5th in East Asia and the Pacific region for stunting prevalence and is among the 10 countries with the highest number of stunted children worldwide. The effects of poverty on childhood development cannot be overstated. Stunting and undernutrition jeopardize the brain development of our children under 5 years of age, hindering their lifelong mental and learning capacity. This, in turn, reduces their chances of acquiring skills and qualifications that could enhance their employability, perpetuating the cycle of intergenerational poverty. While the statistics are disheartening, we must collectively take action. A whole-of-government approach is urgently needed. Early childhood care and development interventions are crucial in the first 4 years of a child's life and formative to one's physical, mental, and psychosocial health. In this year's theme, BULAP emphasizes the local government's role in combining nutrition and early childhood care efforts in our barangay daycare centers. Through the Kalusugan at Nutrisyon ng Magnanay Act, or RA 11148, LGUs are seen as national government's main partners, encouraging collaborations from the barangay level to the provincial government and the rural health units. Our approach to addressing the challenges of stunting and malnutrition should be both supply-side and demand-side driven. Comprehensive strategies should focus on improving food production, distribution, and availability of supply-side, as well as promoting nutrition education, dietary diversity, and socioeconomic well-being on the demand side. Sa aming pong lalawigan ng Quirino, we have implemented innovations not only in the supply side, but also in expanding the demand for ECC, or early childhood care, towards our communities. Through the I Love Quirino program, we have created spaces for the holistic development of children focused on early stimulation activities, on improving scholastic performance, and the interlinking of services among local stakeholders. Provincial caravans are key in leading our close consultations with the barangays in our municipalities. Our ECCD provincial office is guided by the 4 core rights of our children: survival, development, protection, and participation. Thanks to our collective efforts, Quirino received the 2022 Seal of Good Local Governance, and in October 2023 was honored with the Gawad Edukampiyon para sa lokal na pamahalaan for our program on early childhood care and development. We believe that by investing in children, we're investing in a brighter future, nurturing dreams and expanding opportunities for every Filipino child. Sa layunin na ito, tapat na kasangga ninyo ang samahan ng mga lokal na pamahalaan para sa kapakanan ng bawat batang Pilipino. The Union of Local Authorities of the Philippines bids each of you a happy National Children's Month. Magandang araw po at maraming salamat po sa inyo lahat.
Sa lahat ng bumubuo ng ECCD Council, sa pamumuno ni Executive Director Teresita Inchong, stakeholders at sa lahat ng kalahok ng 2023 Early Years Fair, isang makabatang araw sa inyong lahat. Ang unang 4 na taon ng isang bata ay napakahalagang yugto ng kanilang buhay sapagkat dito nagsisimulang mabuo ang kanilang mga kakayahan at potensyal. Kaya naman sa Senado, isinusulong natin ang Basic Education and Early Childhood Education Alignment Act na layong paigtingin ang ugnayan sa pagitan ng curriculum ng Early Childhood Care and Development at K-12 Basic Education Curriculum. Layon din itong palawakin ang responsibilidad ng mga LGU sa pagpapatupad ng ECCD programs. Laking pasasalamat din natin sa ECCD Council dahil sa inyong aktibong partisipasyon upang mas mapabuti ang mga probisyon na nakapaloob sa panukalang ito. Sa ating pagtutulungan, tayo ay bumubuo ng pundasyon para sa isang maunlad na kinabukasan para sa ating bansa at para sa mga susunod pang henerasyon. Ipanalo natin ang Pilipinas.
Mainit at taos-pusong pagbati sa inyong lahat. On behalf of Interior and Local Government Secretary Benhur Abalos and the entire DILG family, Happy National Children's Month to all of you. We thank the Early Childhood Care and Development, or ECCD Council, for spearheading this Early Years Fair 2023. Your celebration theme that says, Building Pathways of Healthy Foundations for Every Filipino Child and Family highlights the pivot of the administration of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to prioritize the delivery of government services to the most vulnerable, including the Filipino children. That is why, as leaders of today, we must commit to ensure Filipino children a better life, a safe and caring environment, and a brighter future. One of the priorities of the DILG under the able leadership of Secretary Abalos is the eradication of malnutrition and stunting. The department has been calling on local government units to prioritize maternal, neonatal, and child health nutrition programs. In line with this thrust is the issuance of DILG Memorandum Circular Number 2023-149, which reminds local government units of the implementation of Republic Act Number 11148, or the first 1,000 Days Law. Likewise, our department has been implementing the Child-Friendly Local Governance Audit. It is a results-based assessment instrument and an annual mandatory audit created to evaluate the effectiveness of local government units in putting policies in place and implementing initiatives to improve the welfare conditions of children. Passing this audit is also a requirement under the Social Protection and Sensitivity Indicator of the Seal of Good Local Governance, the highest recognition that the DILG bestows to exemplary local government unit. Additionally, the department facilitates and provides technical assistance in the organization of the Local Council for the Protection of Children, or LCPC. The DILG spearheads the monitoring of the functionality of all LCPCs at the provincial, city, municipal, and barangay levels to ensure that they efficiently and effectively advocate child's rights and implement all children's programs at the local levels. Again, congratulations to the ECCD Council for organizing this meaningful event. Trust that the DILG is one with you in ensuring that all Filipino children are provided with developmentally appropriate experiences and interventions to address their holistic needs. Sama-sama, akayan natin ang ating kabataan tungo sa isang malusog, ligtas, payapa at masaganang bagong Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po.
Executive Director Teresita Inchong, Deputy Executive Director Romel Isip, our friends from the Early Childhood Care and Development Council, and everyone joining us today, good afternoon. The National Book Development Board is one with the Early Childhood Care and Development Council in celebrating this year's National Children's Month. As the agency mandated to ensure a robust publishing industry, a major part of the NBDB's role is to make sure that every child has access to quality books, ones in their mother tongue, ones that are reflective of their own context, and can therefore empower them to tell their own stories in their own voices. For our young readers, this means educational materials that carry the values we want to see in future citizens and leaders. Effectively instilling a love for country and critical thinking starts earlier than we think, and it is up to institutions and policies of early education, among which we count our agency's work, to take on this responsibility head-on. Educational books make up the biggest market segment of the Philippine book publishing industry, with children's books, besides textbooks, being a part of the school's curriculums. I want to emphasize the underutilized potential of these children's books as tools for early education. We have yet to harness the full power of a literary education for young learners. Children who are allowed a space early on to cultivate imaginative thinking that can go against the grain and is simultaneously individualistic and communal. This is possible through literary education through our children's books. The challenging work is getting these books to every young reader across the country, because surely there is no lack of interest among our young learners and their teachers in reading and writing their own stories. In fact, I am happy to report that based on our latest data, that since the pandemic, there has been a rise in the number of households that read books other than textbooks. The National Book Development Board shall continue cultivating this interest, this growth, all the while working with the Department of Education to create significant improvements in our basic education system. Allow me to share a recent milestone in the work that our Policy and Research Division has been doing with DepEd. Last September, the procurement guidelines for textbooks and teacher manuals, as well as the guidelines on the provision of supplementary learning resources for public school libraries, were finally signed and uploaded to the DepEd's website, marking the first ever large-scale systematic procurement for school libraries. As I join you today in the launch of the Early Years Fair, I celebrate these milestones in basic education and renew the National Book Development Board's commitment to keep supporting the Early Childhood Care and Development Council. We are your ally in this long but important fight to ensure the right of every Filipino child to quality education. Congratulations to ECCD. Again, good afternoon to you all at mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Makabatang araw po. I am honored to address this esteemed gathering on the occasion of National Children's Month. I stand before you today as the Executive Director of the National Council for Children's Television, or ECCD. And I wish to underscore the significance of our collaboration with the Early Childhood Care and Development, the ECCD Council. Our role at NCCT revolves around the potential of television as a medium to mold the hearts and minds of our nation's children. We hold a profound understanding of the pivotal nature of the early years in shaping a healthy and prosperous future. Our mandate is to advocate for the creation of high-quality children's television content that educates, inspires, and entertains, all while maintaining an unwavering commitment to the welfare of our children. What adds an extra layer of importance to this year's celebration is the 2023 Early Years Fair, building pathways of healthy foundations for every Filipino child and family. This fair is a testament to our shared dedication to the comprehensive development of children aged 0 to 4 and their families. It is a pivotal moment where we solidify our commitment to laying the groundwork for a promising future. The ECCD Council has not merely been an ally, but a partner in our collective mission to ensure a brighter future for our youngest citizens. This year's fair serves as the embodiment of our mission. Together, we are constructing a tapestry of opportunities for Filipino children. The early years set the stage for boundless potential, and our joint efforts ensure that every child, regardless of their background or circumstances, has access to quality health care, proper nutrition, and education. NCCT firmly believes in the potential of television as a medium to reach not only children, but also parents and caregivers. Our platform serves as a conduit for the dissemination of knowledge, best practices, and inspirational stories related to early childhood care and development. Through engaging and informative programming, we empower families to make well-informed decisions about the health and well-being of their children. On this journey, we are deeply committed to supporting the ECCD Council's vision and the 2023 Early Years Fair. Our partnership reflects the confluence of shared values and aspirations. It is a commitment to ensuring that every Filipino child embarks on life with a healthy, nourished, and sheltered foundation. Our collaboration is dedicated to nurturing the sparks of curiosity and potential within our children, igniting flames of opportunity. In closing, I wish to express our profound gratitude for the ECCD Council's dedication and for entrusting us with this meaningful partnership. Together, let us continue working hand in hand forging pathways toward healthy foundations for every Filipino child and family. Thank you, and may our collective efforts bring about a future that is not only brighter, but also filled with promise for the youngest members of our society. Makabatang araw po sa ating lahat.
Thank you for those messages of support. You know what, Jolly? As part of the ECCD workforce, mas tumaas yung pag-asa ko na mayroong magandang kinabukasan ang mga batang Pilipino sa kasalukuyan at sa mga darating pang henerasyon.
That's right, Carl. Sa akin naman, as a parent, I am optimistic that all our hopes and aspirations for our children are possible with the support of the whole community.
So, bakit nga ba ito yung napili nating theme for this year's Early Years Fair? Health and nutrition talaga yung naging focus, no?
Yes, I think this has resulted from the attention and emphasis placed on health and nutrition in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to studies, household spending on healthcare declined by 15% as a result of the pandemic. And these choices were made by the parents or caregivers themselves.
Yes, tama yan. At yan nga yung tinatawag ng mga health experts na health-seeking behavior na mas bumaba during the pandemic.
That's right.
At sa tingin ko, napapanahon na talaga na mas bigyang tuon natin ang pagpapaiting ng mga programa patungkol sa kalusugan at nutrisyon.
That is why it is important, like what our partners have said, for our families to be empowered and responsive. It is a shared commitment and responsibility that we hold as partners in ECCD. And of course, we continue to live by the UNCRC 4 main pillars, which are the right to survival, right to protection, right to development, and the right to participation.
Given all that, there are still more who wants to share and express their support to this year's 2023 Early Years Fair. Hindi ko na patatagalin pa, let's watch this.
Magandang buhay mga kapamilya. I am Rina Lopez, the President and Executive Director of the Knowledge Channel Foundation. Kami po ay nakikiisa sa Early Childhood Care and Development Council at sa lahat ng mga ahensya at organisasyon na nagsusulong ng kapakanan ng batang Pilipino. Happy National Children's Month sa lahat. Today, as we gather for the 2023 Early Years Fair, my heart overflows with gratitude and with excitement. This year's theme, Healthy, Nourished, Sheltered, Ensuring the Right to Life for All, touches the very core of our shared mission to protect and nurture the well-being and future of all Filipino children, especially the very young. I always say, if you change the beginning of the story, you change the story. If we can help our children have a better start in life, we can change their life's trajectory. Every child deserves the best start in life. This means providing them with essential nutrients, a safe and loving home, and access to quality health care and education. Last year, we focused on how to care for our children's psychological and mental health needs. And I'm honored to be with you again this year. We believe that supporting holistic development involves being adaptable in acquiring relevant knowledge and skills to meet the ever-changing needs of our children. To achieve this, it is important that parents, teachers, and other early childhood development stakeholders are equipped with tested best practices and resources available, as they are the most critical element in the development of a young child. Good health and nutrition are essential for children's cognitive, physical, and emotional development, especially during the first 1,000 days of life. In our shows, I Love You 1000, Batang Laking 1000, and Doc Wikipedia, both developed with the National Nutrition Council, or NNC, and our parents and primary caregivers, will learn more about children's health, nutrition, and child protection. We have video resources for early learning stimulation such as Musikantahan, Kwentunes, and Kwentong Pambata. We also train and mentor child development workers and teachers, parents, and other care providers of children. With this, we encourage a nurturing and safe environment and lay the foundation for holistic development so they may have a better chance at achieving their fullest potential and a better quality of life. We are proud to be partners with the ECCD Council in this important work. Kaya naman, inaanyayahan pa namin kayo, mga magulang, guro at buong komunidad na samahan din ng ECCD Council at kami sa gawaing ito at ngayong Nobyembre sa pagdiriwang ng National Children's Month. As we do this, as we empower the youngest among us, we shape the world of tomorrow. So let us all pledge to nurture our children and ensure love, learning, and laughter in their lives. For in nurturing our children, we sow the seeds of our country's wellness and prosperity. Maraming salamat at muli, Happy National Children's Month sa inyong lahat.
Ladies and gentlemen, especially the children, a pleasant day to all of you. It's November again and we are celebrating the National Children's Month 2023 with the theme Healthy, Nourished, Sheltered, ensuring the right to life for all. Norfolk would like to congratulate the Council for the Welfare of Children and all the government agencies and non-government organizations that led the celebration to give emphasis on the right of every child, including children with disabilities. Northfield congratulates the Early Childhood Care and Development Council for conducting this 2023 Early Years Fair, building pathways of healthy foundations for every child and family that we are launching today. The right to survival, which includes the right to health, as stipulated in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, is the base of all rights, like the right to development, protection, and participation. Having healthy Filipino children will pave the way to realizing their right to development, protection, and participation. Of course, with the support of their families, communities, and the duty bearers like the ECCD Council and non-profit organizations like Northfield Foundation. Northfield is strongly supporting all the projects of the ECCD Council, especially this 2023 Early Years Fair. And we are urging everybody around the country to also support this wonderful initiative. We are sure that this event will place to the fore the right to health of every child, especially those who are 0 to 4 years of age, and will include marginalized and vulnerable children, including the children with disabilities. Thank you and congratulations, ECCD Council. Mabuhay tayong lahat!
The Ramon Aboitiz Foundation understands the importance of the first 1,000 days of life in a person's development, both as an individual and as a society. We are happy to be able to work with the ECCD Council and stakeholders in Cebu to help build better systems that ensure a better future for our children. Specifically, we are here to support better outcomes in child nutrition and early childhood education. We wish the ECCD Council much success this Children's Month and hope that many more partners and stakeholders join us as we build pathways of healthy foundations for every Filipino child and family.
There are things that lingers in one's mind. Plans for the future, problems, issues, what ifs, things that keep you up at night. Then there are things that get planted in one's heart. Things that we know to be just and right. Things that drive our passion, things that nourish our souls, things that when we do them, complete us. Doing right by our children, nourishing them and nurturing them until they become the best versions of themselves are among those things that should be planted and deeply rooted in our hearts. Dr. Tita Insyong is fond of quoting the Nobel Prize American economist James Heckman, whose formula simply put says, investing times amount in early childhood now will save us much more in social cost in the future. Putting things in layperson's term, doing what we know in our hearts to be right today should lessen the things in our mind that could bother us in the future, the regrets, the what-ifs. In essence, we at Rex can say that investing in early childhood care and development completes us. For many years now, we have been on a campaign to promote the Filipino whole learner, a learner who is healthy, safe, engaged, supported, challenged, and values-oriented. Drawing inspiration and guidance from the ECCD Council in recent years, we have expanded our Educampion program to give you importance and emphasis to early childhood care and development. We have been conducting parent and community education programs on the importance of ECCD. We have developed materials to support early stimulation anchored on the ECCD's Council's National Early Learning Framework with an emphasis on developing socio-emotional intelligence. Together with every child, we aim to help equip not only the teachers and ECCD workers, but also parents, families, and those closest to the child. Our advocacy efforts also extend to public servants and local authorities mandated to see to the early childhood care and development of their constituencies. I am honored to announce that Rex, in partnership with the ECCD Council, TEPED, and the ILG, and the Center for Local Governance and Professional Development, has just launched Year 2 of the Gawad Educampion for Local Government Units, a major category of which is the Gawad ECCD conferred to provincial, city, and municipal local chief executives who are excelling in championing ECCD. It is my fervent hope that the seeds of love and concern for our children and to do right by them are planted and firmly rooted in everyone's hearts in the same manner that it has been planted and is flourishing in our hearts at Rex. It is in our children that the realization of our dreams and aspirations as a nation and our salvation lie. As true Educampion, only by working for them can we be complete. To the ECCD Council Chairman, the Honorable Vice President Sara Duterte, Vice Chairman and Executive Director Teresita Tita Insyong, and the entire ECCD family, who I consider to be family as well, to the Honorable Mayors and Governors, social development workers at all levels of government, ECCD workers, parents, and all fellow Educampions working tirelessly with the best interests of our children in heart and in mind, and to all children, happy National Children's Month. May the good Lord continue blessing us and the good work that we do para sa bata, para sa mamamayan, and para sa bayan.
Isang makabuluhan at makabatang pagbati sa inyong lahat na nakikiisa sa pagdiriwang ng National Children's Month at ang Early Years Fair. I am Attorney Alberto Muyot, Chief Executive Officer of Save the Children Philippines. Save the Children supports the Early Childhood Care and Development Council in promoting the rights of all Filipino children to have a healthy, nourished, and sheltered life. As we celebrate the Early Years Fair, we are reminded that in order to build healthy foundations for every Filipino child and family, we have to ensure that the rights to survive, develop, be protected, and to meaningfully participate are realized and upheld at all times. The most crucial period of human development begins at conception and continues during the early years, from pregnancy to the 8th year. Equally important is the health and well-being of the mother before, during, and after pregnancy. We must ensure that pregnant and lactating mothers are provided with an enabling environment for the sustained provision of critical and early child care interventions as mandated by Republic Act 1100-148 or the first 1,000 days law. Save the Children believes that when we invest in good health, adequate nutrition, opportunities for early learning and stimulation, safety and security, and responsive care for each Filipino child, we will produce a generation of leaders who are prepared to take on the challenges of the future. We continue to stand with you in prioritizing more innovative approaches to target children and families most impacted by inequality and discrimination. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang mga bata at pamilyang Pilipino.
It is truly heartwarming to hear and see our partners' steadfast support as we work together to serve our children.
Uy, totoo yan. And some of them have been with us for a long time. Pero meron din naman mga bago. At nakakataba ng puso na parami ng parami ang mga nakakatulong at nakakatuwang natin para isulong ang kalusugan at nutrisyon ng mga batang Pilipino.
Now, before we end, we will be sharing what we have in store for our 2023 Early Years Fair.
First, we will have the Child Development Teachers and Workers webinar entitled Fostering Foundations from the Beginning. On Friday, November 17, 2023, with the help of the Department of Science and Technology, Food and Nutrition Research Institute, we will have presentations and discussions on the health and nutrition of very young children we serve in the Child Development Centers.
And then, on November 24, 2023, we will have a Barangay and Local Social Welfare and Development Officer Summit. We have invited local government units to share with us their initiatives on environmental health and nutrition. We can't wait to hear their inspiring stories in their own community.
And most importantly, we have scheduled activities for children. We have prepared a physical activity for them to try, a cooking demonstration from a parent and child duo, and a storytelling session for everyone.
Wow, Carl! Those activities seem really exciting.
Yes.
Kahit ako gusto ko din mag-join.
Yes, magjo-join ka talaga dyan, Miss Jolly.
Lalo na sa storytelling session. I wonder who our storyteller would be. Do you have any idea?
Naku, Jolly, hindi ko pa din sila kilala. Surprise yan para mas ma-excite ka.
So, don't forget to mark your calendars. All our programs will be conducted on the ECCD Council Facebook page. Only the Child Development Teachers and Workers webinar and the Barangay and Local Social Welfare and Development Officer Summit will be provided certificates of participation. The instructions will be announced during those programs.
Wow, may certificates pala to, no? And all of these are free for everyone. Again, they will be aired live on the ECCD Council's official Facebook page, and recordings will be available after each program so others can watch also. So don't forget to share them too.
We hope that you can join us in this month-long celebration. For now, this concludes the official launch of the 2023 Early Years Fair entitled Building Pathways of Healthy Foundations for Every Filipino Child and Family.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm Carl Jeffrey Sabalza.
And I'm Jolly Yao.
Again, we wish everyone a happy National Children's Month. Have a great weekend.